My name is kartiavelino. If you're seeing me for the first time, I dare here. Welcome, guys. Where are my Nigerian fans? I wanted to catch you guys fast before you guys go to bed. I'm still on my own bed. I haven't been feeling well in the past 2 days. Guys, share the video. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Yes, that's why I'm asking, where are my Nigerian people? If you're not a Nigerian, probably you don't know the names that I put on this live. I have some words of advice for Tonto Dike and Churchill. Share some love. Share the video, guys. I don't need for you guys that are on this line that doesn't know who Tonto Dike is. Let me just do a brief introduction. Tonto Dike is one of the A-lister Nigerian Nollywood. Yes, she's beautiful, physically beautiful, like you can never imagine. Tonto Dike is beautiful, but she's fire. Tonto is fire and pepper at the same time. Don't cross her will. She doesn't care. If you they do class, do it at your own side. She will rip you apart. Hi, my dear Tonto Dike, when are you going to slow down? I beg you. When are you going to slow down? So Tonto Dike and Churchill were married and they divorced. Like when you hear about marriage saga, this is #1 marriage saga in the colony of Nigeria. #1 marriage saga. They've been divorced, is it 4 or 5 years? Or maybe more, because the year runs so fast. And since this divorce, endless saga, like year after year. And it takes its toll on the day of their son's birthday. They have a son together. The son turned 7 last year, and come and see last weekend, sorry. On from the 4 or 5 years that they've been divorced, and it takes its toll on their son's birthday. Every birthday the saga will come up. Every birthday the saga will come up. So last weekend was their son's 7 years birthday, and come and see Shege. When I tell you come and see Shege, I will go according to what is written on Tonto's. I'm not going to read anything because, like Maria said, I don't have my glasses. I'm not going to read anything, but the notes back and forth to one another is on the social media. First, let me start with Tonto Dike, and then I'll talk about Churchill, and then I'll give everybody advice. If it's okay for you, you take it. If it's not okay, you know what? You don't have to take it. So the note has been going on back and forth. Tonto Dike restricted the husband from seeing their son. This is not the first time, like I said. Yeah, I see what you're writing. I'll read you guys' comment later. From coming to their son's birthday. And then the thing that really caught my eyes, why I wanted to do this video. I have done videos in the past, but it looks like every year this particular thing comes up. Tonto Dike, the name of the woman, the last name is Dike. So she has changed the name of their son from the bad son name, from the father's last name to her own last name. So the child that belongs to her and her husband is now bearing her own last name. According to her, she said that the father of the child is not doing the daddy roles. So if you're not doing the daddy roles, you're not checking on your son, you only remember your son once in a year. What is the point for that child bearing your own last name? As a bakwa to fiakwa, it is not in the culture where I come from. It is not in the culture where I come from that you change the last name of your own child. The man that married you, according to Tonto, she paid for her own bride price. Even if she did, Even if she did, do you know how many women that support their husband that pay for their own bride price? I say as a bakwa, God forbid evil. In which world, in which generation? I don't know the generation. I don't know your tribe. I don't know where you live. I don't know where you come from. But where I come from, even if the man commits the worst atrocity, the child belongs to him. The child must answer the father's last name. So Tonto, it's okay for Tonto Dike to change this child last name to her own last name. First of all, it's something that is never done. You can't do that. You cannot change the last name of the child to your own last name. So here is where it gets even more contradicting. This child was born in America. You know how when they get pregnant, they go to America, they have their child, they want to have an American passport, right? So the child was born in America with the father's last name, which is the authentic last name. And now the child have two last names. The American passport have a different last name, which is the original last name. And now Tonto Dike has changed this child last name to her own last name, meaning that that child belongs to Tonto's father. That's what you guys don't understand. Meaning that that child belongs to Tonto's father. If my son has to answer my father's last name, that child belongs to my father. This is an abomination. You don't do something like that. You don't ever do something like that. No matter the matter, you don't change your child's last name to your own father's last name. Churchill, I'm not condoning, I'll come to Churchill. I'm not condoning what Churchill did. Even if he's not providing financially, there is no need. You cannot change your child's last name to your own father's last name. It's an abomination. Like I said, in my own culture. So I don't know. Tonto is from Cross Rivers. So whatever their culture is, this is one thing I want people to point out. People that are throwing shades at Churchill, I will get to that place. According to Tonto Dike said that the father of this child does not contribute financially. Churchill is not the only father that does not contribute financially to their child's upbringing. Am I condoning that? No. Tonto and Churchill, you guys have passed this social media saga. Tonto, like I said, this is an advice. Tonto, you are going for a position in the government of Nigeria. You are going for political election. And this is what you have to be showing on social media. Does it look right? No, it doesn't look right. You are into politics. You are going for crying out loud, for position. You have good things going on for you. Why do you continuously come to social media to air out the dirty laundry, whether the video is supporting you, whether Uche, the comedian, is supporting you? It doesn't make sense. Honestly, there is a place and time for everything. Tonto Dike, you are too big for this. You have done this saga 6 years ago when you guys were dragging this divorce. This is time for you to move on and focus on your political appointment or whatever you are pursuing. It is not important, honestly. Why dragging back and forth your divorce on social media? My dear, you just need to draw a line. Everything does not have to be on social media. You have done it years ago. You showed all your receipts. You showed everything, how this guy is not supporting you, how he only remembers your child's birthday. Move on, move on, move on, move on. And if you're claiming to be as nice as you are, that Churchill is all the evil and devil, why is it that you haven't really have like a tangible commitment relationship after this divorce? You went on with Popogri, your other boyfriend, and when you guys split, the whole internet was on fire again. Why? Is this a trend? Guys will be running away from you, Tonto Dike. You might be beautiful from head to toe, but your attitude, honestly, it sucks. It sucks. I'm telling you, dragging this guy over and over on social media, it doesn't make you, it doesn't add anything to your credibility. Rather, it kills your credibility. I'm telling you the truth. Guys, share this video. Social media will not do any jack for you. Social media, even if social media drags Churchill from here to Jerusalem, it will never do anything for you. Tonto Dike, you have passed the stage of coming to social media to drag your ex. It is the time, or it is the thing of the past. You are too big for this. Honestly, if I'm telling you guys the truth, Tonto, you are too big for this. You have dragged, two of you and Churchill had dragged one another for the past 6 years. Enter house. Just enter house and go and do your political career. Enter house. If you start from today to call Churchill that he doesn't provide financially, from the day the child was born, you paid your bride price. You know that the guy was a broke ass and you were with him and you had the child with him. You call him all the 419s and everything in the world. You knew that, because if you didn't know that he was a broke ass, you will not pay your own bride price. You see how people contradict themselves. You call this guy poor. You call him 419. You call him Yahoo. You know he doesn't have money. You know he's not up to anything. When you paid your bride price, it shows that you are desperate to marry. That's all it means. You were so desperate to marry. So you were forceful to pay your own bride price. You paid your own bride price. You married this guy. Down the road, you figure out he was Yahoo. Why did you not figure that out from day one? Honestly, sometimes we deceive ourselves. We need to know where to draw the line. Okay? We need to be very objective and subjective at the same time. Many people are very quick to draw the conclusion because of what you see online. Be subjective sometimes and add it with objective. You know that Churchill, according to you, is Yahoo boy. You know he wasn't making money, but you paid your own bride price because you really, really wanted the ring on that finger. Down the road, you are calling everybody, you're telling the whole world, you're telling the whole internet that he doesn't have a job, that he's a broke ass. He didn't force you. You forced yourself into Churchill by paying that bride price, by wanting him to marry you. You should just know where to draw a line. Just stop it. Stop it. There is no need for all this drama. You guys' child is 7 years old. Soon he's going to be 14 and 15. And people are not ashamed of what they come out to do about their children online. Dragging and changing your child's last name and stopping the father of the child from seeing his son. Hell no, nobody does that, because it's going to have a rebound effect later in life. When that child grows, everything is on the internet. He will see where you and his father are posting receipts of who paid this, who didn't pay that. You guys should be very ashamed of yourselves. Both of you, you and Churchill. So I'm giving it to Tonto first. After Tonto, I'll turn over to Churchill. I'm giving it to Tonto first. Stop it and go and face your political career. Stop doing all the pity-party stuff that you're doing on social media. The video is there to stand beside you. Uche Nwago is there to stand for you, to be castigating Churchill. My dear, you are too big. You've been mingling with the federal politicians and doing businesses with them and doing all those of things. All kinds of things with her. I don't mean in a bad way. Like, you have connections with federal government and stuff like that. Yes, you have money, you have connection. Go ahead and face your life. Leave Churchill alone. Churchill is a broke ass according to you. He's a Yahoo boy. Leave him alone and move on. Move on. You're not the first person that has ever had divorce in the country of Nigeria, in the town of your place. Why this back and forth? I read some comments on the internet and, it's so bewildering. I don't understand, honestly. Every year, next year, your son will be 8 years old. You will come again. You will come and tell the social media in-laws that Churchill only paid for 4 months of school fees. It is not important. Move on. Move on. That is what makes you a bigger person. It makes you a little person and very petty person to be coming on social media every year to be showing us receipt that he didn't do that he paid for only 4 months. Hey, you're a superwoman. Go ahead. There are women in Nigeria who have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 children. And they raise these children. They raise them while their husbands are wayward, moving from one woman to the other. They don't come to social media to cry. And somebody as big as you are on the internet, in the Nollywood industry, it's always every year you come, you show receipts. People are applauding you, telling you that your story is straightforward, that every year you come out, you show the same receipt. My dear darling, social media will not do anything for you. Rather, they will drag you until you lose that position that you are going for in your politics. So be very careful. It is not important. Dear Churchill, your time. Let me talk to Churchill. Churchill, you say you are a father. Even though Tonto Dike called you 1 minute man. This is just a little bit. This is so funny. Tonto Dike went to social, what do you call it? Internet, YouTube, and called the husband the father of their child 1 minute man. History doesn't go away. You call this man that he only did you for 1 minute and you conceive and born that child. You are not thinking about the complications or the implications your son will have from his peer group when he grows up. Churchill, you say you are the father. Whether now you be sperm donor or you have that child. According to, I'm saying everything I'm saying according to the social media. You say you are the father of this child. And according to social media, you only show up on this child's birthday. If this is true, you're not doing a good job. How can you have a child and you only show up on his birthday? You are not playing your daddy and father role if this is true. That's why I'm saying if this is true. Again, we are only going by what Tonto Dike said at this time, that you only showed up on his birthday. According to Churchill, he also posted on his page, he said that he was denied access to see this child. When he goes to visit this child in school, he was told that before he can see their son, that he has to go through Tonto, who is the mother of the child. And Tonto confirmed that. Tonto, that is not fair. This is not fair. You cannot deny the father of your child or the mother of your child. I will say it anywhere, anytime. You cannot deny either parents access to their children. Tonto, you have 100% custody of this child because this child lives with you. Right? One person must have 100% or 50-50. So you have 100% custody of this child. But you deny the man, the father of your child, access to see him. That's not fair. It is not good. It is not good. Churchill, you need to wake up and start doing your father role. Father and daddy role. I know that you are remarried. You have another wife. You have a wife. And you have a son as well. And 2 of your sons have the same name. 2 of them are king. King 1 and King 2. King Solomon the 1 and King Solomon the 2. Abi King David the 1 and King David the 2. But anyway, that is by the way. Churchill, you need to work hard, extra hard. It's not only on birthdays that you remember your son. Or maybe you've been trying, like I said, it only comes to social media on the birthdays. That's when the real wahala comes out. We see all this saga on these birthdays, on the February of every year. This saga is not ending, and I hope that this saga will end. Churchill, if you know what is going to take you, you are a man, you have to man up. Anything is going to take you for you to be having access to your child, you must do that. No amount of effort is too small or too big for you to be seeing your son. You cannot say that you have tried for so long and it didn't work and then you let go. Try. I want us to read. Even if I say that social media is not going to help you, nor help Tonto. We want to read. I want to read more where you have tried 100 times, not only trying last year and trying one time. We want to see that you tried on Monday, you tried on Tuesday, you tried on Wednesday. You call your own people. They went to Tonto's Tonto's kindred. They went to beg. They want to do this. Try. Let us see. Try as much as you can to be a father. From what we see, I'm going to talk about what we see on the social media. From what we see, from what I see on social media, Churchill, you don't look hungry. You might not be the richest man out there, but you don't look hungry. You have to go and fetch, search, and see who is going to help you to have access to your child. Tonto, you are dragging this so far. You are dragging it, even if you are the richest woman in the whole world, even if you are the goddess of the earth, even if you're Jesus Christ, you cannot deny the Father. I'm telling you guys, save this video because you will say, you remember that woman on social media 10 years ago when she was talking. Tonto, it is going to have a rebound, very bad rebound effect on you. Your son has no father figure. It's not like you are remarried. And according to you, Tonto, you say that when you were dating Popogri, you say that even in your own death, even if you die, that you don't want the father of your child to have access to him. Who does that? It's only people who are cuckoo that can make those kind of statements. Somebody else that is not the father of your child. You prefer that person to have access to Churchill's son instead of Churchill having access to his son. It's not fair. Churchill, if you know how to wake up, I don't know if your father is dead or alive, I'm sorry, to wake up your ancestors and evoke in them and call them to help you. Do that to have access to your child. But before we know it, even if Tonto Dike barricades everywhere that makes it impossible to see your son will find you. Just keep doing the right thing. Keep doing. Keep trying. Don't give up. Because that child will have all the detailed information how you have tried to see him. Right? Don't give up. Try. I don't think you're trying enough, Churchill. I really don't think you're trying enough to see your son, your biological son. I read in the internet that is due to renew American passport for your child. Whatever it's going to take. I have never seen a bitter divorce. When I tell you guys bitter divorce in my life, than this bitter divorce of Churchill and Tonto. If you guys are seeing the divorce of Cora and Justin on social media, this is before the social media was really hot. Now social media is over hot. This is why it looks like Cora and Justin has taken over the divorce saga. Tonto Dike and Churchill. There is no saga that beats that one. 5-6 years ago. There is it's very fast, eh? It's 6 or 7 years, I don't know. There is no divorce saga in the earth, in the social media life, that has beat the one of Tonto Dike and Churchill. Because after all these things, Churchill married Tonto's best friend or Tonto's friend. This is the thing that even made it even worse. The girl that, I don't want to go there. This is the one that even drag it, Rosie, right? That even drag it and make it seem like it was divorce. Because Tonto is fire. Tonto Dike, God forbid evil. Tonto is so pretty, but I'm yet to see a man that will settle down with Tonto. I am yet to see a man that will settle down with Tonto. Churchill, go and try. Do anything it's gonna take you to have access to your child. Tonto, slow down. If you have, I heard you say in one of the posts you posted on your Instagram that it was your brother, your own brother, that gave your child that name, King. If you have brothers, your brothers are not doing well by barricading the father of the child from seeing his son. How will your own brothers feel if their wife, if anybody stops them from seeing their own children? No matter the kind of atrocity that Churchill has committed, you must not block him from seeing his son. Whether you're a male or you're a female, if you think that you're going to hurt your partner by blocking the way and making the child or the man not, or the man or the woman not to see their child, my dear, you're making the biggest mistake of your life. There is nothing wrong with having sole custody. You can have a custody and the child can live with you. But when it's time for that child to see the other parent, please do not block that way. Make it accessibility for the child to see the other parent. Again, I have to repeat just in case you're not... oh, thank you so... Maria! Thank you for 1,200 stars. God bless you, Maria. Thank you, my darling. Thank you. Again, let me repeat, just in case you guys might take this and twist that around. I am saying that when the divorce is going on, it goes either ways. It goes either 50-50, that the child live with this parent 50% and live with this parent 50%. Or one of you guys, one of the parents, will have sole custody. But when you have sole custody, it means that the child lives with you 100% most of the time. But you will not block the other parent from having access to their children. This is children we are talking about. We are not talking about gifts. Because children, you know why most children hate their parents today? Do you know why children despise one of their parents today? It's because of all the lies that the other parent is telling the child. And then when the child grows up, the child will figure out everything by themselves. And what is going to happen? It is going to have rebound effects. You can't block a child from seeing their parents, no. But one more thing, Churchill, my last advice is, if you have tried everything on the face of the universe and it didn't work and Tonto didn't allow you to see this child is only 7 years old. He's gonna go to college, like he's gonna go to boarding house. You have access to your child. He's gonna grow up. He's an American citizen. The birth certificate will be out. Obodo Ibo, America or Western world is not Nigeria, where one person can have multiple birth certificates. It doesn't work like that in the Western world. Your name is already there in the birth certificate of your child. If the worst come to worst, when this child grows, you will show your child the birth certificate, and everything that is going online, the child will have access to that. But it's going to be a plus if you keep trying. Since you guys believe in the social media etiquette, because some of you guys believe that it's the people on social media that will be your judge and your judges. If you believe in the social media etiquette, which is what you guys are doing, what you and Tonto are doing, be trying and be posting that on social media as well now, so that your son will see that, if that's what you guys want to do. Social media, let the in-laws, we are the internet in-laws, let the internet in-laws be the judge. Be posting it as well. Now, because you guys have already started, you and Tonto have already started from way back of sharing receipts. Sharing receipts. If you do one thing for your spouse, you come to social media and show us. If she does something for you, she will come to social media and show us the receipt. What era do we live in? Eunice, Carlo. Yes, I think they can't go off one another. They can't let go. They still love. Are they in love? Maybe no, but they still love one another.